Hey, buddy, watch this.
Hello, hello, Regis Gilbin is the name and Hearthstone is the game, and this is the Advice Arena where I give you advice on playing in Arena. And this time around, I've got a Warrior deck, and of course, Warrior is not traditionally the strongest class in Arena, but I'm still hoping to make it work. So let's go ahead and jump into the drafting process as it was recorded live on my Twitch stream. Alright, so Frothing Berserker apparently awesome in Arena, although all these cards seemed pretty good to me too. So let's jump into this draft. Clarinet agrees you can't say no to Frothing. Today Regis is going to get 12 wins. That'd be amazing if we could do it with Frothing. I mean with Warrior. Ornery Direhorn's good, I bet, in Arena. Seems like it'd be pretty good. These two aren't that good, so another fairly obvious choice here. I don't feel good about any of these. Tier list score gives Infested Torn the edge over Venture Co. I kind of like Venture Co. okay. It's probably less good nowadays than it used to be, just because of all the removal options that are out there. But having a taunt is handy, and it can protect Frothing 3 into 4, which is mentioned here, of course, so I like that alright. Mortal Strike's probably pretty good. But no, by the way, this might be like the 10th ever Warrior Arena I've done. I have not done many, so nobody picks Warrior because Warrior's bad. But I'm going to do my best to make Warrior work. But yeah, these both seem terrible. Protect the King would only be good if you were way behind. Bittertide Hydra has to be the choice here, right? Seems like a great card. Bright-Eyed Scout is pretty good. I like this card better than most people, too. Tentacle, I suppose? Also, dead even. Tentacle takes Tentacle takes the tier score edge, but we actually have a couple beasts already, so Zubat is getting the bump here for synergies, which is fine with me. It's a 3-mana 3/3/2, which is just reasonable enough these days. Well, Jungle Panther is the pick for me, but River Croc is going to take the edge? I don't know about that. It is a beast, and we have a 2/3 here. I'd almost pick Voodoo Doctor too, honestly. I'm not that concerned about our curve yet, as far as 2-drops are concerned. The 2/3 is intriguing, though. The beast into the Zubat. I kind of like it. Like, it's not going to hit often, but there might be that one game where it hits. That gives me such a huge lead. It's like a game-winning kind of play. And with Warrior, who's typically a pretty poor Arena class, I think you have to kind of aim for the fences sometimes. Like, you got to go for the home runs. Tarlord has to be insane, right? How is Tarlord not better than Chillwind Yeti? I don't care if it's a little early in the draft to pick Tarlord. I'm going to ignore that advice. It's the best card here. It's going to be great. It's a 5/11 taunt. That's so good. It's Bog Creeper, basically. And it's even better, I would argue, maybe. And Bog Creeper's so good. There's no way I'm passing this up. I think this advice is insane. No way I'm passing that up. Execute's got to be the pick here. Corsair would be awfully good if we knew we had a weapon, but we don't. It's solid anyway, just as a 5/4. But Execute is just such good removal. I'm glad you guys agree with me, by the way, on the Tarlord pick, it looks like. No, Bittertide's not high risk. It's totally fine. We have armor as a warrior to help mitigate damage. Bodies are worth it, I think. We're not going to get a... Well, Volcano could hurt us, but we'll see. My first ever Arena run was a warrior. Had 3 Obsidian Destroyers and 3 Fierce Monkeys. Got 10 wins. That does sound insanely good. Bog Creeper does trade better. That's true. Tarlord here. Wow! Oh my god! Guys, I don't know if you can still hear me, but my PC is telling me I need to shut down again. Oh no! I'm like... This is craziness. I don't know what's happening. I'm having a freak out right now. I think you guys can still hear me. But I can't do anything. I can't even Control-Alt-Delete right now. Huh. I know that you can see me, but I can't do anything. I can't leave Hearthstone. So who knows how this is going to last. Also, Hearth Arena's gone. And I can't alt-tab to save it. So, I could be gone any second. I'll try to come back again, but I've clearly got something going on today with the PC. So, I don't know. If I leave, I'm sure I'll drop another 40 viewers and nobody will be here when I get back. But I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to see what's up. But don't fret. I'm planning on buying a new PC anyway. I actually have a PC built on PC Part Picker, like ready to buy a new machine and build it. So I kind of want to order it this week. And if this continues to happen, my God, who knows? There definitely seems to be some sort of issue with my machine or something. But I guess we're going to keep going until it fails. I can't do anything else. We're just stuck in Hearthstone. I think Elise has to be the pick here for me. Malchezaar, it's probably not terrible, but you know, adding a lot of random legendaries can ruin your curve a little bit. So I think I like Elise better for consistency's sake. You know, getting like 5/9 drops in the beginning of your hand is so risky. Yeah, Mysterious Sea agrees. Elise is the same kind of body on 5 with a little bit more upside and less risk. I guess Ogre? Shield Block is okay for card draw, but it's rather slow as far as tempo is concerned. The only thing I don't like about Ogre is that we're a little light on... I mean, a little heavy already on late game, and we might continue to pick more. Noggin Fogger's terrible here. Seems like most of you guys like Elise, I'm glad. Noggin Fogger gives you a ton of late game... Or not Noggin Fogger, blanking on the name. Malchezaar gives you a lot of late game value, but I just don't think it's worth it. I'm going to grab the Ogre here. Shield Block just doesn't seem to do enough with me. I'm not going to straw poll every pick. Heroic Strike feels pretty good, I think. Volatile, it's similar, really, because Heroic Strike's mostly going to be about trading into minions, but this trade's a little more, arguably, and it's under your control as opposed to kind of tossing it out there and letting your opponent dictate. So I think I like Heroic Strike in this instance. I think Sewer Ooze is good. I know a guy may not be bad, it's just cycle and gets you a taunt, which can be pretty good. But taunts on average aren't necessarily that great. So you kind of end up paying 4 mana for a Silverback Patriarch, right? Like, that's not the dream situation. You want to pay 2 mana for a Silverback Patriarch at best. So, I think I like Toxic Sewer Ooze here. Obviously, Dalaran Mage is not going to work in Warrior very well. Sinjin and Kor'kron both feel pretty good to me. I just haven't played enough Warrior Arenas to know that Kor'kron's going to get value. Does Kor'kron typically get value? What do you guys think on the Kor'kron pick here? Sinjin is just old reliable, right? Like, solid 4 mana taunt, just trades well, does everything you expect it to. But then Kor'kron seems promising. It's got some damage, you can maybe set up value trades, can kill some big stuff outright sometimes. Waving it fat, thanks, Kor'kron. We still got a debate going about Elise and Malchezaar, but I'm on the Elise side pretty firmly there. Oh my gosh, we could actually build like a damage deck a little bit if we wanted to right now. With Heroic Strike, Mortal Strike, Kor'kron. We're practically building like a Pirate Warrior a little bit. But I think the Aberrant Berserker is still the more consistent pick here. I don't think I want an Owl, just not enough body value for the cost. N'Zoth's First Mate actually I bet's pretty good. Just gets you off to a fast start. The weapon pings can accomplish a lot because Warrior doesn't have a ping and you need a ping. So I'm going to go with N'Zoth. Some of you guys think Sinjin's better to protect the frothing, but we already do have the Infested Tauren, remember? So you know, that's not always a guaranteed thing anyway. Like, there could be two, but I think I'm going to take the N'Zoth's First Mate here. We're definitely building a Pirate Warrior deck. Everybody wants Ultrasaur right now, but I'm not taking it. I'm kind of intrigued by Inner Rage, to tell you the truth. Infested Torrent is another 4-mana taunt to protect that Frothing, but Inner Rage is pretty intriguing to me. I don't actually know where this is at on the tier list. Everybody says Ultrasaur easy. But it's a ping effect sometimes to help you remove. It's an execute activator. It's a trade-up mechanic if you need to trade into something big. So it's like an abusive sergeant or something sometimes. What do you guys think? Is the Inner Rage better than the Infested Torrent here? Am I making the case for it or not? I'm curious where this lands on the tier list, because I really have no idea. Pirate Warrior without pirates. Yeah, I have 0 pirates, but I'm playing a Pirate Warrior. Don't pick Inner Rage, says Mysterious C. We can do this the old-fashioned way. Warrior Arena. Tier list. I feel like I'm seeing synergies. Maybe I'm overvaluing it. I mean, 0 mana cards definitely make me nervous, because top decking that kind of card is just absolutely useless. Like, what do you do? So maybe maybe I need to consider that more. Perhaps I'm thinking only of the upside and not the downside. So Infested Torrent's better than Inner Rage, but you should pick Ultrasaur. Torrent's more solid. Inner Rage, Ultrasaur, Torrent. Yeah, I think I've talked myself into the Torrent here. This is just trying to get greedy instead of being consistent. I'm probably leaning towards Mind Control tech here. Armor Smith can do a lot, but you really want more aggressive stats than that, I think. The armor's probably not going to be super relevant. I think I'm going to take the Mind Control tech here. Imagine top-decking Ultrasaur. I dream of that every night, Deadly Assassin. Every night of my life, I want to top-deck Ultrasaur. By the way, I need to update the name of the stream, guys. This is no longer Thief Priest. This is now Warrior Arena in all caps. Let's do that. I don't do that enough. Update the stream title. So most people are saying MCT. Wardable wants Armor Smith. I mean, they're both fine, I suspect, but I think the MCT is going to be a little bit more consistent. Well, not consistent, but more valuable. Less consistent, I would argue, but Doppelgangster's probably the pick here, even though we don't really have synergies for it or anything right now. This seems risky. We don't have Whirlwind effects. This is risky too, just giving your opponent's cards. Kind of forced into playing this, but this is sort of just a 6/6 sometimes, so Doppelgangster feels pretty solid to me. Oh, I'm so happy that I have the golden version to see the dinosaur. Oh, they see me rolling right there. Look at that, guys. That is beautiful. He's just roller skating through Unguro. No big deal. I'm gonna pick Explore Unguro, by the way. I don't actually even think it's bad, because this basically makes every top deck valuable, right? Like, if you play this, every top deck you get to pick the card you want, and it can be something higher cost, higher value. So instead of top decking N'Zoth's First Mate, you top deck a Discover effect that allows you to play Ornery Direhorn instead, right? So not guaranteed, obviously, but these two suck. So Explore Unguro, especially since this golden, is an obvious choice. Explore the Rolosaur, let's go. Hey, I caught your stream, mate. What's up? Says Dev. Hey, Dev, man, thanks for stopping by. Happy to have you here. Glad you finally made it. Spiteful Smith's probably the pick here. We got another Zubat, but we don't need it. And this has got some synergies. I don't even hate Elven Archer, but we do have some pings already, thanks to like N'Zoth's First Mate in the early game. So I think that's going to be less valuable for us. And if we do get a weapon here, which I really hope we get a weapon, because that's what's going to make us good, Spiteful Smith has some additional synergies. Not to mention it's just a 4/6 body, which is pretty reasonable. Man, this really sucks. Really sucks. I guess I take Eater of Secrets, just for that occasional really big win on a secret. There are a lot of mages and paladins out there, but it's bad most of the time. We don't even have a weapon for this, and this, no way to heal or anything to benefit. It's just a really bad 1/2, so those picks absolutely sucked. Primordial Drake, no doubt here for me. Blood of the Ancient One's kind of hilarious, but not good enough. Bright-Eyed Scout's good too, but this card's just insane. AoE, giant body, huge board swing potential. Really, really good pick. I'll take the second execute here. I don't hate Psychotron, by the way, but we have solid number of 5 drops. And removal is good in Arena. There's always a little stuff to trade in and activate executes, so we'll take it. I think Giant Wasp here. It's just great removal. Can play it to really counter what your opponent wants to do. Eater of Secrets has been treating me well in Arena on occasion. That's good to hear. You can now discover Ultrasaur. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'd take River Croc over a second execute. Nah, it's arguable because we don't have a lot of 2-drop minions. Like, we're pretty dead in turn 2 right now, so I understand that logic, but I just like it. I don't think our deck is an early game deck, right? I think our deck is a late game deck based on where we're sitting. A lot of late game recovery stuff. We'll have armor. We'll have taunts. So I think the execute's going to pay more dividends in the long run. But I'm certainly going to grab some more 2-drops if I can find them. Ugh. Man. Here we've got the bad Frothing Berserker, I guess. Stormwatcher is maybe worth it, honestly. We don't have that many big cards. We have a fair number of 3-drops to play. 5. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I need to take it. Just to shore up the early game a little bit. Deathwing is the pick for me. Don't have any spells for Medivh. This kills my deck. Doesn't really help me win, I don't think. So Deathwing's another good late game kind of... God, there's no early game being given to me. This is so bad. We gotta take the Corrupted Heal bot. We don't have enough elementals to make this work consistently. This, again, we can't utilize. Where are the Fiery War Axes? Oh my god, this is so bad. This is awful, so it's gotta be the Berserker. Sleep with the Fishes is intriguing, but I don't have any Whirlwind effects in the early game. I think I gotta take the second Drake. Alright, so that's 30 cards. I think our biggest problem is right here. We've got N'Zoths to get us off to fast starts, but we're gonna have dead turn 2s pretty often. Honestly, we might explore Ungoro on 2 if it's a play, if we can. River Croc is our only other 2-drop. But I don't think 2-drops are as important in Arena as they used to be. That old advice, which has been passed down through time and repeated time and time again, it's still relevant, but not as relevant. You can make recoveries in Arena better than you used to. That said, I don't know that we necessarily have the tools to do that, but we might, just because we do have some taunts and some natural life gain with our hero power, so... I think this deck's pretty bad, though, at the end of the day. 2 Primordial Drakes, Deathwing is insane, but it's just, are we going to get that far? I don't know that we're going to get that far. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, guys, had to take Deathwing, had to take Drakes. Hey, Regis, catching another stream, says Sir Karsten. Awesome, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Seems like you're here all the time. I feel like you haven't missed any yet, hardly. Telling you 0-3, it's possible. We'll see. This won't go well. What's the tier score? I have no idea because I can't leave Hearthstone. I have no control over my PC right now, guys. I have to stay in the game or I can't do anything. I'm stunned that you can hear me at all. I won't be able to do like an AFK screen or anything. Like, you just got to write it out. I'm going to stream for another 2 hours or so, probably at least. So hopefully my PC doesn't die again. We'll see. I don't know why it's doing that in the first place. It's scary. Definitely keeping a Heroic Strike. This is my 2-drop. It is actually an okay 2-drop, honestly. It's not as good as N'Zoth's First Mate, because you don't typically need a 5 damage attack on 2. Definitely saving the weapon charges here. We need that value, I think, in the early game to stick around and trade. Mysterious Sea, is that a copy pasta? I don't know where that's from, but it's actually hilarious. I don't know if you're just really, really into pasta. I can't quite tell yet. So I gotta do this. It sucks to take that much damage off of a stupid Mad Bomber. I'm gonna take 7 damage off this guy, but I do need to be able to kill it, and the Heroic Strike's not really worth it. Of course, we're playing the fastest arena deck in history. Why did he open with a coin? Just to kill the N'Zoth's first mate, I guess. I don't think that's worth it, though, honestly. Tauren's fine. Corrupt the Healbot's fine. We can hopefully get out of this with the Tar Lord on 7 and the Primordial Drake on 8. We have what we need to stabilize, but... I can kill that. Actually gives my Heroic Strike something to do. Of course, keeping it alive punishes him a little bit, but I can't take 5 damage every turn. That's just too much. Could have played the Tauren into it, I guess. I don't know. I think it's fine. This is still good later. We need a turn 6 play right now, and this with the hero power is a pretty good turn 6, so... just resolve that while I can. Down to 15. This Mortal Strike's gonna be good sooner rather than later. There's still a decent chance we stabilize here. I know it looks kind of bad, but it's pretty good. It's actually pretty good play. Wow. Well, we got to do this regardless. We got to take damage off the board, of course, and try to stabilize here. We've got a 6, 7 into 8. I mean, as far as taunts are concerned. It's just if he plays something really big, we're going to have trouble. Like Boulder Fist Ogre right now is going to punish me. Oh, actually, Stormwind Champion on 7 would be nuts if he keeps a lot of these little guys alive, too. That's a good sign. He's not spending his full mana, so it gives me a little bit of time to stabilize. That's bad, but I'd rather him use it on that than the Tar Lord, so I'm okay. He's trading, too, which saves him a 3-2, but at the end of the day, it took some stats off the board faster. It's kept my health a little bit higher, so I don't mind. If he doesn't want to trade this stuff, we've got the Drake to kill it. Like, he may just try to save it and not trade it in. Can't kill the Felguard, but it doesn't really matter. I'm still going to Drake through this. Well, I can kill the Felguard. Is Mortal Strike into, like, Frothing Berserker actually just better? Could trade into the 1-1, start rolling this Frothing Berserker? Maybe Flesh Eating Ghoul's even better. I don't think so, though, because we have the Taunt. I think I'm actually going to go this route. We can play the Drake next turn for, like, a crazy Frothing Berserker, maybe. It could potentially even win me the game. Like, just outright. And, I mean, obviously it's going to damage my own stuff to some extent, but this could go to, like, an insane health total, right? Like, this is a win condition now, where we didn't have one before. I think I'm going to do this, and I don't think I'm going to trade, honestly. We have enough stats on board. He's not on Twisting Nether yet. He's going to take damage. Like, this could kill him. He's got to trade it in first before he summons anything, obviously. No, he doesn't. He's going to take damage. Okay. That's fine. What's happening right now? He sacrificed himself for me. We don't actually have lethal, though, unfortunately. We're 1 off. So we got a hero power for sure, just in case it matters. And I guess we'll just play some dudes. I guess I'll play this. We don't need the damage. That was one of the weirdest plays I've ever seen. He could have had one of these minions dead by trading in first. I don't know what happened. He kind of fell apart there. Twisting Nether... Oh my god. He can't ever life tap again. We have a Kor'kron Elite. We drew it! Oh, clutch. So we did not deserve to win that game, but, you know, sometimes skill matters. Let's see. Let's see. Regis, you have to share your hair care routine. You're glowing. I think it's lighting mostly, Dev, dude. But I don't really have a routine. I shampoo it. and I put a little bit of pomade in it, product-wise, just to give it some holds. Blow dry it, too, to give it, like, lift. But it sounded like a lot, actually, as I said that. But really, it's not hard. If you have... You just got to have the right kind of hair, I think, sometimes. So I got a little bit lucky in that regard. The restabilize. I told you guys, we lined it up. Like, we had it ready to go. Yeah, I got some I got some criticism for the Frothing Berserker, but I think it won me the game. Not that we deserved to win. I think he, unfortunately, made some errors. So I'll put it that way. He made some errors. We can't get super greedy for 2s or anything here. We gotta just go for what we can get as far as the early game is concerned. He stream snipes you, he's sorry for your bad deck, and he wanted to see you happy. That's actually the most likely outcome, honestly. He's got a killer deck. He's guaranteed 12 wins. He's like, oh, I'll sacrifice one for Regis. It's for the beard. It's for the beard, so why not? Alright, nothing to do here. We can maybe coin out the Sewer Ooze next turn. I don't really want to coin out the Frothing. I'd rather play it after I've established the board a little bit, right? Because it doesn't necessarily trade into the Mana Worm anyway, whereas this does. And we don't care about the weapon durability here. So we could play this, and if it's able to trade, we could play the Frothing kind of instantly buffed or protected a little bit, right? We can still play this on curve, and I expect to. The only bad thing is, like, Frostbolt maybe blows up this play a little bit. That doesn't really change the play much at all. This means he can kill the Frothing for sure when I do this. But it means I also leave a 4-1 on the board. So basically he has 2 things he wants to ping. And it forces him to ping too, which means he blows a significant amount of mana and a minion on this turn, so that we probably restabilize the board with our 4-drop. So see, he can't ping both at once. That's the thing I like to do a lot, is just forcing my opponent to kind of inefficiently use their pings. So he got a good 2-drop off, but it blew his... Oh, not a good 2-drop. He got a 2-drop off, so he got to play on curve. But we might actually force another ping here. We could have traded, but I don't really see the need to. We can kind of just keep floating pings, and we have stuff to play on curve. So I think we'll play Hydra on 5 instead of like Elise. This is better the earlier you get it instead of later. If you can get out of the early game without being far behind, you're very likely to win your games. The problem is that it's very likely for opponents to just crush you in the early game and have no chance to come back. That being said, I believe in the deck. Yeah, see, I don't like this play at all. Why not just ping and play the Mistress? This is now going to die more or less for free and deny that ping value that he had. So now I get to develop an 8/8, and I think this is fine. I mean, we've got enough health, even if it took 8 damage right off. I mean, 8 individual pings would be fine. And it's not like he's sitting on Avenging Wrath, so... My sister bet $100 that I couldn't build a car out of spaghetti. You should have seen the look on her face as I drove pasta. See, I don't pronounce pasta that way. I say pasta. But I like the joke regardless. That's great. So great. I think I'll just make this trade and play the Boulder Fist, honestly. It goes down to 2, which makes it killable, but we get to trade into a pretty high-value minion while developing a high-value minion. And it's actually going to heal itself a little bit, I think. I'm not sure how this interaction works. Yeah, it's going to heal itself. So we kind of got that damage off the table for free, thanks to the Corrupted Heal bot. And if he does kill this, like, he can maybe Blizzard be pretty good, I guess. Not that worried about that. Oh, he's going to ping it down. That means we get to do 14 damage to the face, though, so... yeah, we'll do this. I don't know if it's enough pressure, actually, now that I think about it. Wish I had a way to heal this, but I don't. But this doesn't do damage, and we're going to be in a position to, like, kill this guy soon. So maybe I think we just play the Ornery Direhorn instead. I think +1/+1's better than Taunt. I mean, better than Flaming Claws. It has Taunt already, so that would be useless. Yeah, He could still die to Flame Strike ping, but he's not on that mana curve yet, so I think I like this best. Mortal Strike probably wins me the game next turn. If he pings this off, he can't Flame Strike or anything to deal with this stuff. I just don't know how he gets out of this. Double... A Fireball ping puts him at... Kills both. That'd be pretty good. But we'd still have a 6-attack dude out there. I think we're in a good spot. I accidentally hopped over to Toast. Well, there's like DreamHack is happening probably still. Is that over yet? I'm curious. But yeah, I mean, you get the fact that you guys are here with all this cool other Hearthstone content out there is crazy to me. So thank you for that, by the way. But it's actually a little bit of a problem. It's a really good play. I don't have a great answer to that. I don't have an execute activator. If I had an execute activator, we'd be just in business. I do not want to trade into that, though. I could Mortal Strike execute, go 12 to the dome. But I can't do anything else with my turn. Flame Strike would give him the board back with a 5/5, but I could still recover. Do I just have to use Mortal Strike here as an execute activator, guys? I think so. I think I gotta go 12 to the dome. I don't love it, but we do have Korkron. We have ways to do that damage. We can also just play more minions in the future. I don't even know if he can deal with the minions we have now, so he may just be dead outright. It's not like we gave up the board, right? Even if he like Flame Strike pings, he's got a 5/5. We can develop like Tarlord or a couple dudes. He's looking for an answer here. Frostbolt would help, or not Frostbolt. Blizzard, I mean, would help. He's got some ways out. Taunt the taunt. His Meteor positioning. Oh, I didn't even think about Meteor. You're right. Did I play poorly around Meteor? Don't know that I had a choice really. That's really scary. Wow. Really? That's like the worst that could have happened. The worst thing. Hopefully he just doesn't have any spells. I don't have any like combos here, so I'm just gonna play the most expensive thing that gives me lethal on the board. Blizz did nerf the Flame Strike pick rate, yeah, but they also increased spell rates too a little bit, so it's certainly still possible to get Flame Strikes, although they're way less common. Blizzard's more common though, between the spell and the rare increase, I think. This is so bad, but there's a chance it just lives and kills him. There's a chance it sets up a trade into the Lyra, but I just need him to not have a spell. The Lyra is so annoyingly good. He's got a spell, of course, right? Oh my god. That's just crazy. I think we're going to lose now. There's just too much value here. Hopefully he can't kill this thing or heal himself. Looks like he's got a fireball off the glyph that he can just ping it. Volcanic Potion doesn't really do it. Circle of Healing. Oh my god. Why did he... Was there a reason to trade in his minion then? I guess it was going to die anyway, maybe. He probably could have kept it alive, though. Oh! Cool, he didn't get the answer. Wow! That's awesome. I actually like your streams more over Big Boy's streams, as you actually interact with your people, man. Respect. Oh, thanks, Portable. I try. You guys are fun. Like, it'd be a shame not to talk to you guys. You're awesome. I'd be sad. I mean, I know there's probably a point where it's just impossible to keep up with everybody, but I feel like I'd still try. I don't know. I feel like a lot of streamers don't even try. Like, they just don't even read any messages from my experience, but I think it'd be cool. Yeah, Hunter, he thankfully didn't. You're right. That stream delay. Sorry, dude. Your messages come in a little late sometimes. Portal into Leroy. I don't know that it would have been worse. Maybe it would have. I don't remember what we had on the board. Perhaps it would have. We'll keep the 4 just because our curve is so screwy in the early game. We need something to play at some point. Yeah, we've gotten a little bit lucky, guys, I think, on our opponents, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. Fortunately for me, I think we've won a couple games merely because our opponents misplayed a lot. And that's sort of a shame. But I'm not going to complain. Because I honestly wasn't sure this deck was going to win a game, and we've won 2. So, I'll take it. Got a Golden Avenging a Wrath in my Legend for the first time chest. Dust for the value or keep for the memories. Ooh, I like that. It's a great question. I would personally dust for the value. You're going to remember your first Legend thanks to the card back. So you already have like a memento, right? I don't know that you need a second memento. Could have played the Flesh Eating here, but it just died for free. And, you know, we might be able to set up some better trades, essentially. This isn't perfect, but I certainly like it just as well as the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. And better, in fact, so. We got a good Corrupted 5, 6, 7 here. This mid-game curve is nuts. As long as we get out of here okay, I think we're alright. His 4-drop is going to be very, very relevant. That's good, but it's not the scariest 4-drop ever, right? Could try to weapon that down over the course of a couple turns, but I suspect this is going to get me value throughout the course of the game. I'd love to see like 3-drop hero power here from him, because he feels like he needs to kill this, so he hero powers it, right? He gets the heal back, so it's not like the damage matters. Just want him to. I want to disrupt his curve more than anything. What is that going to be? Right off the top, Shadow Strike, I guess. Yeah. So he did do what I wanted. Just he also had a complimentary play for it, but. We're gonna ogre into Tarlord. Like, we've got a sick curve here. I could have killed this by now with the weapon, but I'm still not convinced it would have been right. Not that I'm even worried about the damage I take, just that I think it's gonna die to incidentals eventually anyway. Sap? Pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hopefully it means the Tarlord sticks, though. Let's see, that's going to give him 6, 8, 11. Yeah, that's... Now I wish I'd killed it. Now I regret it. I could just take an alternate line with, like, Ooze and Infested Tauren. We don't have to play the big stuff right away. This stuff lines up a little more uniquely to the trades. Can save this for later when I think it's more stabilized. Yeah, EU already rolled over, guys, so the EU folks in chat already got their new chest for the month. Whew, that's scary. Yeah, his deck's pretty good so far, I think. I think we can still win, though. We have enough late game. Like, oh, that's not a great one. I don't care about 1/1s. They're just irrelevant to me in the scheme of things. Plus 3 health is scary, though. That's actually pretty intimidating. He's making smart trades here. Well, I don't know that mattered a ton, but... Wish I had a way to deal with that. Because he has 11 attack again for my Tarlord. It's just not... Oh, that's a way to deal with it. I'll take it. I mean, he's still got a great board and initiative, so we're behind, but that didn't hurt. Giant Wisp, Execute, those kinds of things can really help me catch up here as I move on. Oh, God, this deck is sick. Oh, my God, we're getting wrecked. That is so brutal. I wish I had my weapon destruction back now. Man. Does he not have a spell? He does. Coin still. Jeez. Oh, that was brutal. What can I even play now? I gotta burn this weapon before I play my big stuff. He's just gonna melt me. That's 5, that's 8. Man, this sucks. I'm just a sitting duck. I don't see how I come back now. That invented weapon was brutal. Whew. Concede is the smart move. Man. You should do a video on ranking the adapts after seeing them. I don't know that it would change that much. I don't think I've been particularly surprised by anything. I don't remember my original ranking. I'd have to check it again. But I think everything is lined up fairly closely to my expectations. So, oh my god! Oh, that was full 6 mana though. I thought that was free for a second. I was gonna freak out. Well, interesting. Burn that weapon charge, dude. I'd have to look though. Yeah, I think I guessed the adapts fairly accurately. This actually is pretty good. I can trade this here. I can trade this here. Just to clear the board, right? It's going to die regardless, but this actually allows me to clear. This is clearly going to die to his weapon, but stabilize the board, which is worth it. I have still not used weapon charge. It hasn't lined up yet. Rogue is the best class in Arena, mainly on the back of Envenom Weapon. Yeah, Envenom Weapon is insane. It's so good. That's not the only reason, but they are still, for me, the best. I got a 7-0. Oh my god. Are you serious right now? Are you serious, dude? This is a pretty good combo, though, honestly, at the end of the day. His weapon's gone, so this might allow me to trade into that eventually. We're actually still in this game somehow. I don't believe it, to tell you the truth. I mean, I still think we're going to lose. Just because he has an insane deck, looks like. But there's a chance we can win this. Actually, not even a terrible chance. Oh, that's a great draw, though. Wow. He's going to clear my minion and draw a mountain of cards in the process, because I'm going to have to trade into the Sogoth. I can Mortal Strike before I do that, though, I guess. I can Mortal Strike the draw, I mean. Oh my god! This is so brutal! Never mind that line. Envenom Weapon is insane, guys. It's absolutely nuts. How can I beat that right now? I have to kill this. He can't draw more cards, right? The question is do I play the Bittertide or the Boulder Fist? Like, I think this just dies to his weapon. And I take 3 damage, but I don't think I want this hanging around for a long time because my health is so low. I think I need this to die in 1 hit to his weapon. And that means he takes 8 face damage, which potentially gives me some sort of out. I don't know. I can't believe I've held on to this Rusty Hook and still not gotten value. I just don't believe it. Is that Mountain Dew? It's Diet Mountain Dew. That's my favorite drink, is Diet Mountain Dew, so. Here in my garage with my pasta linguine. But you know what I like more than pasta linguine? Macaroni. That's why I bought 7 new cupboards and filled them with over 2,000 new Kraft macaroni and cheese boxes. It's like Master Chef Betty Crocker said, the more you eat, the more you pasta. I never have any clue what on earth is going on in Mysterious C's brain, but I'm pretty sure I always love it. So I'm actually alive, right? He has 5 damage up. Gonna hit face here because we have an out for lethal. We're probably dead, but I'm dead inside right now. Absolutely dead inside. I don't know if you can hear me yet. I don't know if I'm online yet, but that was brutal. It's like we cheated death with the... We assumed the computer would restart for whatever mysterious reason. Clearly something's going on. Same exact behaviors last time. It, again, wasn't like a hard shut-off. It was like Windows was going through the process of shutting me down. So I don't know why that happened. I'm not sure what's going on. It could still potentially be like a heating issue or something. I'm not sure. It's the first time it's ever happened to me today, so who knows. But regardless, I'm loading back up. But that game, so we were just on the cusp of recovering. Feels so bad. I just can't believe it. Regis needs to buy a new computer. We need to make a vaquinha, as we call in Brazil, so he can buy a new computer. What's a vaquinha? Vaquinha. Probably vaquinha, isn't it? Welcome back. Thanks, guys, whatever mysterious reasons. I'll tell you what it is. It's that I've been teasing for the last week that I'm going to buy a new PC. So now I'm telling you guys, like, oh, look, my PC is it's dying. I'm so destitute. How will I ever continue to stream? Feed me your donations so that I can buy a new PC. That's exactly what's happening. I'm sure people have done stuff like that before, to tell you the truth. But don't worry, I can handle the new PC all on my own. That's not the issue. But I am planning to buy one legitimately. This was already in the books. So we'll just consider that a loss. We're just going to assume he had eviscerated in hand, right? Like it wasn't... Vaquinha is like a donation. Ah, I see. Exactly what I meant. We're going to start up the Regis new PC fund after all my shady... The stream mysteriously ended. Oh, by the way, guys, while that was happening, someone arrived home from work early. A very special Miss Gilden. I wonder if she'll say hello to the stream.
Hello!
Yeah, that's her. She's here. I don't think she's going to pop in, though. I think she's too shy right now. But you guys can at least hear some audible evidence that she does, in fact, exist. Alright, so let's go again, I guess. Seems like everything's working fine. I'll never know what exactly the issue was, but we'll see. Anyway, let's jump back in. Stream Hearthstone from your phone, Regis. Sounds more like a software problem rather than overheating. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really that good at troubleshooting PCs, particularly on the fly. Mysterious C says, Miss Kilbin appearance or riot? Well, she just got off work. She said she's not dolled up enough, I guess. So for now, she's just going to have to do the ventriloquist act kind of thing. We'll keep the Zubot just in case we hit the Croc. River Croc. I forgot his name for a second. Hi, Miss Gilbin, says Moo333. We need to call her, like, Kathy Lee. So it could be Regis and Kathy Lee. I think that's a better nickname. For those of you that know where my nickname comes from, my username. Alright, it's a pretty awkward hand, as to be expected with our deck. Oh, I was going to say River Croc or bust. So I guess we busted. This is going to be a tough game, actually, to come back from, I think. So we shed another 20 people there with my new disconnect. We went from 70 to 50 to 30. So you guys are like the elite top 30 who are hanging out and enduring all the technical issues. I think I'll just go ahead and load... this one's actually technically better. This is going to encourage him to ping more so than the other one. I guess just get the most stats out the fastest. This can still get value later. This is almost guaranteed to not give me any future value. So, yeah, stream is back. Hello. We are the 1%, says Aronmalo. Aronmalo, that's a new name, man. I feel like I haven't seen you around too much. So, welcome if you are new. If not, sorry I missed you before. Also, the Real 1030. That sounds like a new name to me too, man. Thanks for stopping by. And to answer your question, I haven't gotten my monthly rewards yet because I'm in America and we're still not at the end of the month. We got like probably 8 hours until the end of the season, so we'll get them in 8 hours. I think only Europe thus far has gotten them. Romolo is from Brazil. Always watch your VODs. Well, thanks, man. That's awesome. Happy you finally caught me live. That's cool. Pawnee uses 3 computers to stream Hearthstone. In what way? I actually technically have two, but they're not. Only one is actually streaming. The other is what I'm looking at for chat and stuff. I don't like to run everything on my streaming machine. I run just the game and like the necessities to stream. That way, kind of make sure I'm not like overloading accidentally or anything. Like, you know, as far as so there should be virtually zero load on my PC is what I'm saying, right? Like this is a machine that's capable of running first-person shooters at 60 FPS on pretty decent settings. Of course, streaming does require some resources itself because you're encoding video on the fly and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm running exactly Hearthstone and my streaming software and nothing else. So it shouldn't really be that troublesome for it. Let's see. Kathy Kilbin? Feels like it should be a better name. Well, if you guys don't know, Regis Kilbin is Regis Philbin, is what that's based off of. And Regis Philbin used to host a TV show. It was called Regis and Kathy Lee. Kathy Lee Gifford was like some other old celebrity. So it's kind of a little bit of a joke, right? But there's also Regis and Kelly, who's Kelly Ripa, who's still on TV. So we could call her Kelly. It's ironic, her real name does start with K in real life. So both of those start with K, so it's almost fitting in a way. I think we'll just play the best 4-drop here and hunker down with some armor. We're not in a bad spot, honestly, despite the fact that we got off to a really slow start. We're still behind on tempo by a turn, but we could recover. We've got some playable cards here. Some good 7-mana stuff. This in particular could help me catch up. We already hit the Volcanic Potion, which was, by the way, a great answer to our 5-drop. That was insane. But hopefully we dodged it for Giant Wisp. Hello, thanks for the YouTube comment, says Horneths. Thanks for the kind comment, man. Those kinds of comments are the ones that keep me going, so appreciate it. Hey, Regis, you're back. Yes, I am indeed back. At first, I thought you meant, like, my back. Like, oh. Hey, Regis is back up. Yeah, I've actually been up a while. You guys need to refresh a little faster. I'm 7 minutes into this, so I got up pretty quick this time compared to last time. You should promote your YouTube channel more often during your streams, getting the new people in for free. Sure, yeah, I mean, YouTube is definitely where it's at for Regis still to this day. I mean, I love streaming on Twitch, but YouTube is the main focus even to this day. So, yeah, if you guys are here and you haven't followed my YouTube channel, that's where all this started, and there's new videos every day, all kinds of fun stuff for Unguro in particular, so I think you'll probably enjoy that. I'm going to play this in case it's Mirror Entity. We can actually just wipe it out with the Drake next turn if that's the issue. So I don't mind Mirror Entitying that at all. It's not Mirror Entity. We can actually hit the Zubat here, but it doesn't really matter, right? If this is at 3 or 2, it would help it dodge exactly Blizzard, but I don't know that I care too much about that. I think I'd rather protect this asset with a taunt. Right, so this is a pretty valuable asset. I mean, Blizzard still hits fairly hard here. But at the end of the day, is the Blizzard on this board that powerful? Flame Strike would be fairly good too, but still, it takes this whole turn. I think we'd recover fairly well from that. And, oh, and if you're trying to find my YouTube channel, by the way, there's a link right under my face, basically. Below the screen here, below the stream, you'll find links to YouTube and Twitter and all that fun stuff, guys. I'm not an English speaker. Is Regis an actual name? Yeah, it's a real name, just like any other name, John or Mark or whatever. I don't love my plays here. I guess I could just Zubat here. And, like, Korkron. I don't know. Can't quite hit the mind control tag. We could just Zubat, Frothing Berserker. I want a Zubat so that this survives my own Primordial Drake, right? Because I don't want to trade this in this turn. I want to keep it stealthed and valuable. The Frothing would almost certainly die. It would die, because I'm not going to kill anything. I could Korkron Frothing, so that he has 3 damage on board. He wants to ping the Korkron. But then I still can't play the Primordial Drake because the Zubat is dead. I could just Zubat Korkron. This is a 3/3. This is a 1 health guy. It doesn't do that much. Just don't have a great hand here, to tell you the truth. think I want to set up the Drake more than anything else. I'm kind of thinking about just throwing this out as fodder. He's only got 3 cards left in hand. Even if we were to steal something, it wouldn't be that significant, it looks like, at this point. This stuff's all going to die to incidental damage, and I don't think he's ever going to have enough cards in hand to play that many minions at once. So I'd rather just go for the tempo board presence now than try to get the swing later. Flame Strike is bad, but not game-ending, because again, we just have the Drake. I think we'll be alright. Oh, here we go. Here are my rankings for the adaptations. I put out a video before Unguro came out. Tan45 is kind enough to go look up that video and show us my rankings here. So, Wind Fury at 10, Taunt at 9, Poisonous at 8, 7 is Can't Be Targeted, 6 is +3 attack. 5 was +1/+1, 4 was Stealth, 3 was +3 Health, 2 was Death Rattle, and 1 was Divine Shield. So yeah, I definitely would change those up a little bit. I think I'd move Taunt to the end. I'd bump Wind Fury up a few spots probably, but mostly just because of Vicious Fledgling. Like, it's so good with Fledgling. It's crazy. I think I'd move Death Rattle way down. It's less significant than I thought. I thought it'd just be a nice little value play on early game minions. But remember, I did release this before we even saw the minions, and it turns out most of the time the adaptations are on slightly bigger stuff, so... I don't really have to Drake, by the way. I can kill a lot of this stuff, but I just don't have much to do with the board, so I think I'm just going to Drake anyway. Just got to dodge the arcane missiles at this point. This is actually a pretty nasty board. It's good against little stuff, and it's good against big stuff. So, I think he's scared to play a couple big cards in hand because of this Wasp. As long as we dodge the arcane missiles, I think we're fine. These are great assets to have behind a taunt. So I think we're alright. So I'm not going to try to rank them right now, but I would honestly probably move +3 health up above Divine Shield, and I'd move +3 attack above +1/+1. I'd move Stealth down and Can't Be Targeted down. So my list would probably be like Taunt, Can't Be Targeted, Stealth, Poisonous, +1/+1. Or no, it'd be Death Rattle, then +1/+1, then Divine Shield, then +3 attack, then +3 health. I'm not sure I said everything, but something like that would be my ranking as far as the Kathy Lethal. Oh, I like it. Instead of Kathy Lee, it's Kathy Lethal. That's pretty funny. Regis Kilbin and Kathy Lethal. That's actually a great pun. I don't think the nickname is fitting at all for Miss Kilbin, but wow, that's great because it involves, like, you know, killing again as a theme, which is Regis Kilbin's theme. God, I could even make a logo like of Kathy Lee's face with, like, you know, a lethal type play. That's nuts. He just passed his entire turn. I don't know actually that's the sign he's... I think he might have quit. But just in case I'm not going to, like, play into some kind of crazy thing. I think he just quit, though. Which is pretty cool. Regis Misspin. Regis missed Lethal Bin is more like it. Looks like we got a free win here, boys. I'll take it. Well, not a free win. We just had a good answer, I think. I don't think it was a free win. I think he quit because he saw he was losing. Well, on phone, no link under your face. Really? On Twitch, there's no link to YouTube under, like, the stream? That's weird. I would think there would be. So, guys, I gotta be honest. We're 3-1, which is really like 3.5 and 0.5, because we don't really know if we lost that game. But I wasn't even thinking we'd get to 3 wins with this deck, to tell you the truth. Like, I thought it would struggle more than that. But we're doing alright. I think we're playing pretty well so far, what we've got. I don't ever like to talk myself up too much, because I know there's always a ton of misplays, but... Pubfra says arena class sorted by most value. Are you suggesting a video or asking me to answer you on the spot? Because that's pretty tough. But, I mean, Rogue is number 1, and then I'd say like Mage and Paladin are followed up there. Shaman's gotten a lot better. Priest is probably okay. Druid and Warrior are the worst. Probably forgot somebody. Hunter is probably average, middle of the road. If I had to pick rankings right there. Your opponent's computer shut down without warning. That's actually hilarious. 3 wins with Warrior. Yeah, it does suck, and it's not likely we win all these games, but we're doing it, boys. We're doing it. Is this worth coining out? Just to contest that and contest his hero power on turn 2? I think it is. We've got the Heroic Strike if he plays something nasty. Like if he plays a, 3 health minion, we can Heroic Strike it and just keep playing on curve. Mind Control Tech's very likely to get value against Shaman, but I'd rather try to play it for tempo if I need the body. Another 2-drop? We don't have another 2-drop, so we're not going to get a 2-drop. I think I gotta save that. I don't think I can use it on a 2-2 that's already trading in the board. He hero powered, I hero powered, we're in the same spot. Actually, I'm a little better off, because I got armor and he got nothing, right? He got 2 attack with a mistress that's gonna heal me anyway, so. I actually gained somehow on turn 2 without a 2-drop as a warrior. Like, that's not likely to happen often, but it worked in my favor for once. Oh my gosh, his deck's even slower than mine! Jeez. So yeah, we'll play this as a body unless we get a different one. No, it's fine. We'll make this trade, of course. We're healed up. He actually got some extra value that turn because he did kill some armor, so. Has anyone here tried out Deathwing Quest Warlock, with Deathwing being the only discard? I've heard of that. I haven't really tried it, but it sounds like a really good experiment, Bear in the Blue. I like that idea a lot. I've never seen it. I've only ever heard of it. Oh, spicy. Interesting. Pretty favorable Wrath of Air Totem there, but he's overloaded a ton now, which is good news. It makes sense that discard Deathwing Warlock. Like, you could discard 6 cards with Deathwing very easily and then refill your hand. And you wouldn't even need to necessarily because you'd be generating a lot of value. It doesn't discard the quest, I presume. It shouldn't, if it works like you'd think it would. This is real bad against Lightning Storm. But I don't have anything else to do. I mean, either of Secret's N'Zoth's First Mate is actually not terrible on this board, I suppose. The one time in history that's ever been said. I love saying phrases that have never before been uttered, and I think that was one. Eater of Secrets and N'Zoth's First Mate is actually not bad. I'm going to go ahead and go this route. Maelstrom Portal is pretty good against this, but not even that good, right? I don't know. We've got a good 7-8. We don't have a good turn 6. But Heroic Strike with a weapon is a great answer to a lot of stuff. He's going to get a free thing from below at some point with all these totems he's played. That's just nuts. We should be farther ahead with as many totems as this guy has played. But unfortunately we're not. Oh my god, he's going to town on that card. Probably the best result, honestly. Not that there was a terrible result, though. The portal would become a second Jiraxis pressure source. Yeah, it's more control than aggro. Oh, definitely, with Deathwing, that's true. And you wouldn't have to play the quest right away either, so you could kind of mulligan it sometimes. It might work out. Do I just want a Heroic Strike trade into that? It heals me quite a bit. I can't do anything else if I make that play is the problem. I think I'd... Oh, this just plays so hard into Lightning Storm, though. I could just Mortal Strike trade. Kill the Wrath of Air, hero power. I suppose I like that a little better. Do I want to keep more stats on the board or protect the death rattle? I suppose I actually want the most amount of stats possible on the board. Because I also might actually want to kill this sooner because I could play Primordial Drake in the near future, right? So, might be helpful to go ahead and pop that egg, basically. Yeah, I actually really like the Deathwing discard idea. I mean, you build your whole deck to control... Oh my god. That's a card. It's not very good against Tar Lord, though, is it? Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. Hex is very good against Tar Lord, though. So, I mean, Hex is sure to ruin my day here. This is the first threat we've played, and it's an easy Hex target, so... I mean, we can follow it up with a pretty strong minion, though. We'll just have to see. This could totally shut down his weapon forever, though, basically. Is this just a Primordial Drake turn? Yeah, we can clear the board with Drake. I think we have to. So we can send one here. And one here. Still have a 5-7 and a 4-8 up. It's pretty good. This is good, but Volcano is a card. It's kind of scary. I'd like to bait out the Volcano now. Let's go ahead and play that Volcano now to clear the board. That'd be fine. Fin Creeper. Maelstrom Portal. It's not a great turn at the end of the day. So I can Heroic Strike to clear this. Trade here. Leave the 1-1 up. This goes down to 3 health, which dies to 1 weapon charge in the Argent Squire. It's not ideal. But I do want to clear that, and I can just play a Hydra behind it. I actually could play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, but it's more susceptible to removal than the Hydra. If I do it, I want to do it now. It only goes to 5-3. I think I'd just rather get the stats on the board. He's almost out of cards, so... Hello, I'm back, says Roar. Welcome back, man. I don't know where you went, but I'm happy to have you back. I've done that a few times too. I've had to leave a couple times today, so... Well, how's this run going? 3-1, but I think on average a kind of terrible deck. Maybe it's not as bad as we thought, but 3 wins was kind of my goal for the deck, to tell you the truth. So I don't feel too bad with whatever happens at this point. I once got Violet Illusionist plus Doomhammer from Swashbuckler and a Venom Weapon in Arena. Oh, what? That's the craziest combo I've ever heard in my life. That is nuts. Like, that's actually insane. So you basically got to kill 2 minions every turn with impunity without taking any damage. Wow, Rockbiter Weapon. I don't even mind. He's taking so much damage, I guess. Is he going to trade into my Bittertide to do damage to me? Like, I just don't think that's a good play, honestly, at the end of the day. I have so much health, right? Like, I just don't think that's going to work out for you. Yeah, we'll play this in the Berserker, right? And just go face. Can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. It kind of helps, but I honestly think +3 attack helps just as much. It's only good if he has, like, Hex, but I think he'd Hex this anyway. Like, another Jade Lightning would also be pretty good, but... Does it even matter? I'm going to do 8. He's going to go down to 10. If he has to use the weapon to clear it, he's going to go down to 5. I actually think I just like this better. It makes it a safer play. He can't weapon it twice. He's dead, right? Like, The +3 attack really doesn't matter. Let's just keep it alive and win the game. This deck is horrible, but Tarlord into Drake keeps being so strong that we win. That's the perfect sentiment. That's exactly right. That's a nutty curve. Think he's going to suicide here? Quest Major Domo Priest with Reno. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Getting the Amara after you cast after Major Domo dies. That's pretty insane. Yeah, we got the suicide worked out in our favor. Sweet. 4 and 1. And the 1 maybe wasn't even a 1. We'll never know. To this day, we'll never know what that rogue had. It's pretty sad. Can you check your tier score soon since your computer works now? Maybe I can, actually. Don't jinx it, though, dude. Goodness. Did we finish the... I don't think we finished the draft. Is it gonna know? Maybe I can manually enter it? I'm trying to log in over here. Let's see. I don't know that it ever finished the draft. I think... it kind of bugged out before I finished it. Can you add an arena manually? I don't know how to do that. Let's see. Yeah. Add an arena manually. No. Let's see. Guys, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to add a draft. I'm sorry. I don't think you can, or if you can, I'm not seeing how. Sorry. I wish I could too. I'd like to know the tier score on this for sure. We'll keep the Croc, obviously. It's our 2-drop. We actually nailed the drop finally. We'll probably lose this game because we can play on curve. We're not going to do the major comeback stuff. Let's see. 4 and 1. Yep, that's right. You guys can see that here probably. I don't know if my face... does my face cover the... No, you should be able to see that. Most of the time. That blue shirt sure looks really shiny and beautiful today. Love it. Zubat would definitely be the best top deck here. We've yet to see that synergy that we drafted for come into play. Just never play Hydra against a Shaman because of the Volcano possibility. Well, yeah, I mean... unless it's like a game-winning play, right? Because, you know, we had like 30 health that time. Even if it hit it 8 times, we wouldn't have been dead. And like, we had such a big board that it wouldn't have hit it 8 times anyway. It would have been so unlikely. But yeah, I mean, I agree. It's a very risky play. It just has to be the perfect scenario. Is he going to coin SI? Like, what's about to happen? Coin Stonehill. Doesn't line up that well against my minion for a 3-drop. That's an interesting play. Dreadsteed Warlock is a meme deck that's also pretty good too. The emotes don't get old. Wow, I didn't even know we drafted 2 of those. I don't think we're going to use this soon unless it just provides like a ridiculous tempo advantage. I think I want to save this for a pretty valuable asset. Because Rogue is not likely to kill this. There's not a Blade Flurry. I'm like 2 Phantom Knives or something, I guess. But most of the time this is going to get some good value if we just park it for a while. My favorite combo is Charge into the Ogre with 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. That's actually pretty hilarious. Oh, we got it. I'm not going to play it yet because we do have good on-curve plays, but I do think that that's a reasonable card to play some point in the near future. Genuinely, I think it's okay. He's got a good trade that way. We might be able to trade into a 4-drop reasonably well. I think we'll just play the other Berserker unless we hit a 5-drop this turn. Roller Sore is right. I can watch this card all day. I've used this artwork in quite a few YouTube like thumbnails as well. I would be very surprised to see that. He can't eviscerate. He doesn't have combo. What's he about to do? Oh, oh my god, we're getting betrayed! No! Not betrayal! Not my beautiful wasp! I could have put that in the middle, I'm so bad. We could have played around it. Could have played around it and we failed. No! Not betrayal. I got beat. Haha, we can hear her, Regis. Dim sneezes. Oh god, when she starts sneezing, it's game over. She sneezes constantly. She's also doing laundry, so that probably isn't super quiet either. But she came home early from work. I mean, she got off work early. Can't complain about that. Like, that's the thing to be happy about at the end of the day. I use Mass Dispel in my N'Zoth Kazakis Priest in Wild. The fact that decks like that exist at all is pretty outstanding. I think this is just Heroic Strike trade into Frothing Berserker, and then that leaves him with kind of two high attack guys he's got to deal with. I mean, obviously he'll be able to trade into the dude here, but he'll take some damage in the process at least. I don't have another great way to resolve this. I do give him a coin, which sucks. But that's probably going to happen eventually regardless, so let's just try to make this work. Oh my god! I goofed it. I goofed it. I'm not playing the Frothing. We're instead going to play this to protect the 5-1, which, in hindsight, it was an error, because I didn't play the Frothing first, but I actually think it's a better play. I think it's a better play anyway. This is still going to be a valuable asset, but we protect our 5-1. And we play fully on curve, which is nice too. So, saved by my own idiocy, once again. Maybe my brain, like the part down here, the subconscious part somewhere in here, the part deep inside there, maybe he was looking out for me. Yeah, I like it. That's pretty good tempo play. Pretty good tempo play there. Yeah, I like this alright. I think health is probably the best choice here. Because he's got 7, this takes it to 8. He'd have to hero power and kill both minions to deal with it. Wind Fury's not going to matter. Poisonous isn't going to help. A 5-8 for 6 is really a pretty decent turn. We can follow up with the Drake too next turn. Maybe Unguro's coming in soon. I don't know. I don't play much Wild, guys. You guys got a lot of Wild chat going on. I'm kind of curious to hear those insights. I want to play Wild. There's a new tournament announced and stuff, it sounds like, or there's going to be one announced that's going to reward Wild. It certainly seems like a fun format. I don't know. Most people want to hear about Standard, so that's where I spend a lot of my time and stuff. Coin 8-drop. Drake. Alright, we got one of those too. Primordial Drake is just everywhere, I feel like. I'm going to Boulder Fist Explore. Most of our good cards have been drawn anyway. We kind of blew up a Tarlord, but we've got the Drake. So, I mean, this can turn into darn near anything, right? But this trade into the Drake is awesome. Plus, we'll be able to discover a card for 9 mana. So, hopefully he doesn't have, like, an answer to this. Assassinate, Sap, those kinds of things. Looks like he does. He's targeting it with something. It might just be Shadow Strike. Hope it's just Shadow Strike, because then at least he has to trade. No, you nailed the Sap. Sap Cold Blood? What's about to happen? Slap Kooky Chemist! I said slap. I said slap, not sap. He slapped the Kooky Chemist. I don't know if it's good enough. He's at 13 damage. how many spells have I played? Virtually 0, right? At least 2 to get here. Did I play any other spells? Heroic Strike? I'm gonna do it, just for the memes. Doing it for the memes. Drake didn't accomplish much here. The Ogre might absorb 8 damage, which would be pretty chill. Then I might be able to Drake, Discover, and stay alive into a slightly better Yogg. Yogg it up. Everybody wants Yogg. I think Yogg was the best pick, honestly. The taunt was reasonable, but we're just dead. Are we actually dead? No, we're not actually dead. Did he have lethal? Did he? 12, 16, 19? What was my health at? He had lethal and he missed it. He used... Yeah, he just missed lethal. He used 7 to kill the Ogre and we're at 7. Whoops. Whoops. So this does not keep me alive. Because, you know, it kills this, but doesn't kill these, and that means he has 7 damage and 8 to get through the taunt. So, well, actually, this plus armor up theoretically keeps me alive. But I don't really add to the Yogg pool. I maybe kill some minions, but I'm at 2 health. Do I just have to put my faith in Yogg, or do I have to make these structurally sound play of Primordial Drake armor up? I think I gotta make the right play, guys, unfortunately. I think I'd be doing the run a disservice just to meme it up with Yogg. I mean, we might get to use him next turn. We might also just be dead. A lot of stuff kills me here. Which I'm going to be sad if we don't get to see the Yogg, obviously, but... Oh, that was a misplay. We're dead, but it's kind of sad. I guess it wasn't a misplay, it didn't matter. We're dead. Man. That's pretty sad. I'm a little upset. Wanted a Yogg so bad. Yogg was just like a 5% chance or less to actually do something useful. The Drake play we knew was a solid play. It kept us alive with the information that we had. So, I mean, the technically correct play, way less fun, obviously, but I do want to win games, guys. I want to give it the best shot that I can, so... Being at 2 HP against Rogue is too risky. I don't know if you can say that in Arena. Maybe. I mean, in hindsight, obviously he had the Eviscerate, but he only had like 3 cards in hand. It's not that likely. There's mostly minions in Arena. But Yogg, I mean, what? We had like 3 or maybe 4 spells in the Yogg, I think. That's not the mulligan. I almost kept that. So what would Yogg have casted that would have mattered? Maybe a Flame Strike or something could have helped a ton, right? But how likely is that? 1 out of 200 or something, right? Like, I think the odds are higher that he doesn't have damage than the odds are that Yogg casts some random amount of spells that gets me out of the pickle, right? It's debatable. I mean, both were probably okay plays, but my god. Coin Wild Growth. No doubt into an amazing 3-drop, too. Yeah, it's 3-drop, but it's not an amazing one, at least. I might just go ahead and play the Frothing into that. 4 health puts it out of hero power range. Trades becomes a sort of a mini threat there. Follow up with the Ooze, too. Could have Wrath or, you know, darn near anything. Mark of Yashiraj is a sick play. Oh my gosh. It's great. And a 2-drop to follow it up. Oh my god. That's brutal. That's so brutal. Ugh, this isn't looking good, boys. This does just as much as the Korkron, honestly. Well, not necessarily. We could Korkron the small one for the value trade. He'd be forced to hero power, presumably. He'd hit 4 to the face. But I think the same thing's going to happen even if I play the Toxic Sewer Ooze. So. Yeah, I mean, there were Yogg outs, obviously, but... Regis, you saw my text before. Oh, I didn't. Let me see. I missed it. I got caught up in the Yogg hype. After you blessed them, I got... let's see. Oh, yeah. After you blessed them, I got a few epics today, and I got 2 legendaries in 1 pack. That's insane. The last Kaleidosaur, pretty bad, but I had some funny moments when it worked. The other one was the Rogue Quest. That's a good pickup. Really strong and scummy, but thanks to you, now I have those 2 and Elise from Unguro. Nice, man. That's really, really good. Glad the pack blessing worked out for you there. Is the Korkron just the right play here? Like, you know, Elise dies. This actually lives to the board. It would force him to hero power or do some other mechanic to kill it. This also trades with the board without as much risk. This dies to the board. I think I'm just going to go for the Hydra here. We have a ton of health. It theoretically lives. Makes some good value trades. We can protect it in a future turn, perhaps. Maybe use the Korkron to trade into something that's played against it. We'll see. Takes an insane Druid deck to get 4 wins? No joke. Oh my god. That is like the perfect answer. Ugh. That is so good. I just don't even... And these are the worst. All 3 of these are useless. Absolutely useless. Plus 3 health, +1/+1, death rattle. All of those would have been decent. Can't be targeted would have been good. +3 attack is the best choice here, and it's absolutely useless. I don't think I can use this to pop a Divine Shield. But he's going to get to do it too, so I don't know. We're in a bad spot for sure. Tarlord is our only saving grace here. He's like, why did this guy pick +3 attack? What a moron! Sorry, bro. I could have picked Taunt. It would have been just as good. Oh, that's bad news. He's going face. That actually could help a little. I could Korkron, but I don't have anything else to do. He's going to Earthen Scales that. He's got Earthen Scales. Oh, I'm a turn away from Drake. It might be enough. Tarlord into Drake has been my saving grace thus far. There's a chance he just pings me to death with Bittertide Hydra, though, honestly. Like, swipe, trade, and then just goes, like, trades in the little guys or something, you know. I don't like how long this has been sitting out on the board, but I just can't make that play in good conscience. There's no way. There's the Earthen Scales, yeah. Well, I mean, that helps him get through it, and he can do the small ping trades again. Swipe would be much worse to see, though. Yeah, he is going to do that. I don't know that it's super worth it, but it's actually going to work out because we have Primordial Drake, which he couldn't have known, but what's he going to play here? If he plays a lot of small stuff, we can get back in this. That's not a small stuff. Interesting. Very interesting. So this takes me down to 9. We clear, and he can kill this without killing his dudes. Oh, actually, this takes me down to 6. It's pretty scary. Pretty scary stuff. Swipe is lethal. A lot of lethals here because of this thing. That's a good sign, actually. Might not be bad. Divine Shield's probably the worst possible. Stealth I can work with because I have taunts. That's not an issue, actually. That's the right play. He had a ton of health. Takes me to 3. Puts me at risk here. I don't think I can hero power here. I mean, if he had swipe, he would have done it already. There's a lot of things that would have killed me last turn if he had them. So I don't think I can play around those right now. I think I have to get as many stats on the board as possible. That's why I'm playing this instead of Elise right now. We have other taunts and stuff we can draw into, so I don't think Unguro Pack is better necessarily than just what cards we have. How is most of the chat arguing against Yogg? That's true, dude. That never happens. What? Just happened. Oh my god. This board's going to be insane. There's no way we can keep up here. There's absolutely 0 ways we can keep up. Oh my god. Second Primordial Drake actually could maybe keep me in this, right? Second Primordial Drake would actually be nuts. We didn't get it though, so how can I win? Can trade here, can trade. There's just no good trades. We don't have a taunt. So we don't have enough ways to kill anything. God, second Primordial Drake would have been absolutely bonkers here. I just can't kill enough. Can't kill him. No taunts. That's a nutty turn in Arena. Oh my god. Like, did these both come off of... No, he drafted this one. I thought they might have both come off the Foragers. I wasn't really paying that much attention earlier. Yeah, so there's just nothing we can do. Man, so close but so far. Pretty sad about that one. Pretty sad. I thought we were going to turn the corner. Thought we had it. But, you know, at the end of the day, again, this was like a 3-3 deck in my mind, or 2-3 deck, and we went 4-3. It's not a great result, but I think for the deck, it's actually pretty solid. It's not a bad gold reward either for 4 wins. Almost got refunded completely. Yeah, that was a 4-and-true Druid. That's right, with that insane deck full of like crazy legendaries and stuff. So let's see what pack we got. Nope, not even rewarded. Oh, never mind. 2 stubborn gastropods. That's a reward in and of itself. Can't go wrong with the snails. So, we're doing alright. We're doing alright. And there you have it. That was my Warrior Arena run. Unfortunately, had a little bit of technical difficulties that cost me a game, maybe. And then, yeah, Warrior just kind of petered out in the end. But really, a 4-3 result isn't that bad in the scheme of things for Warrior. I'm not too terribly upset. Given the conditions I had to play under there, that feels like a fairly strong result at the end of the day. So, all that said, if you guys have any thoughts, comments, questions on this deck or the way I played it, please leave them in the comments below. But until then, thanks so much for watching. And until next time, game on.